Welcome back, and now we're going to see Vernon Tiger White versus Yoshiki Takahashi. Now, Josh, we've talked about this before. Vernon White improving over the course of each fight. He just beat Minoru Suzuki.
What a win. Coming into this fight, he's got to feel like he's got the eye of the tiger.
I think there's no more words to be said. Let's just go straight to the fight between Vernon White and Yoshiki Takahashi.
Yoshiki Takahashi versus Vernon Tiger White.
And Vernon displaying the improved physique since his early days in Pancrase in the black, Takahashi in the blue.
Reach advantage to Vernon White, but I think the power and size, overall weight would have to go to Takahashi with a nice lunging right palm strike from Vernon.
I think we can just tell by the body language, Josh, that Vernon he looks like a different fighter. He's not the same guy.
And this guy isn't some green boy rolling around the mat with his trunks coming up his butt anymore. This is a serious guy.
Vernon White has 24 fights under his belt already. 7-16-1 is his record. As both fighters exchange leg kicks, a nice right kick by White. Takahashi countering.
White not seeming to be interested in taking this fight to the ground, and neither is Takahashi for that matter.
Should one of these fighters be looking to take this fight to the ground, though?
I think if I'm Takahashi, I'd like to get him on his back. Nice counter strike by Vernon Tiger White.
Takahashi, he is seeing stars. The ref flashing his hand in front of him, giving him an 8 count. And he is ready to continue. But he took a real big blow.
Yeah, he did. I think that was sort of that came as a misjudgment of the distance between them and the reach advantage owned by Tiger White.
And as we move along the fight, these two fighters have fought once before, White winning. And White again unleashing more shots to the face of Takahashi. He is just following Takahashi around. I think Vernon White has grown up from a cub into a real tiger.
What a freaking slugfest. These guys are going at it. You know, someone has said before, if anybody's looking at this and thinking, oh, they're slapping each other, I guarantee you get hit with one of these things and you're not going to think somebody slapped you. You're going to think you got hit upside the head with a sledge.
Now this fight on the ground, Takahashi with the side control.
With the headlock there, transitioning. Vernon escaping from the back, getting mount half guard position here, working against Takahashi's neck and arm.
And Vernon White maybe not too comfortable in this position early on, but now with 24 fights under his belt, he knows what he's doing down there.
Hey, certainly looking like a seasoned grappler here, working for the front choke against Takahashi from the top position. Can apply a lot of pressure from there if you can sink your hips down. If you can and get that forearm trapped underneath the chin. Takahashi got to be aware if it gets too tight that or any submission attempt, the ropes are there for him, but
saved by the rope possibly. And you did say, Josh, Takahashi wants to take this fight to the ground, but so far Vernon White showing he's just as good on his feet as he is on the ground.
Right, and I think if Takahashi does take it to the ground, he was going to want to get the top position. Whoa!
And Takahashi, I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like he got hit again in the face.
It was a groin shot, apparently. He was pointing to his chimpo region, as they refer to it in Japanese.
And Vernon White, I guess the referee is not going to give him a foul incidental. If it's accidental, the ref might not always give the guy the penalty.
Takahashi looks like he's reeling from that shot, and even though incidental or not, getting cracked in the groin, for lack of a better term, it can really actually sap a lot of the energy out of a fighter.
Right, he's got hit everywhere else in his body so far this fight.
Why not? Why not let the groin get in on the action?
But Takahashi trying
nice
to
single leg.
And he does get the single leg takedown, now working on the legs of White.
Beautiful single leg pick up and dump, and tried to transition back into the Achilles lock, but unfortunately being tied so close to the ropes there was unable to get the space needed to get the hold.
Now Takahashi should move White to the center of the ring, but I just don't know if he has enough energy left to do so.
I'm actually surprised that Takahashi is going for this headlock instead of sitting up and raining down the palm strikes that he's known to do.
Perhaps he's too tired to do so, as he has White's head locked.
White coming out from around the back door, getting out, escaping, and attacking the neck of Takahashi, but those ropes being in the close proximity of the fighters.
Sometimes the rope can be your friend, depending on which fighter you are.
Takahashi looking a little little less excited after that nut shot. I think it has affected his ability to fight.
And right there, showing signs of life is Takahashi. White falls down, but it is not a knockdown.
Rolling out of the way was White, trying to escape those shotes from Takahashi. Takahashi getting stronger from that.
Takahashi on the prowl, following White all over the ring, but not a good idea.
Right high kick.
And Takahashi took it square on the face, and the referee counting again. He will.
Someone's got to tell Takahashi to keep his hands up.
And Yoshiki Takahashi, I mean, he's not doing his dirty tricks, but he should consider it. And the referee trying to make sure he's okay to see if he can continue. And this fight will continue, but Takahashi still having those, he needs to keep his hands up. It's still a little low.
Yeah, being very immobile like that, standing right in front of Vernon has not done any favors for Takahashi. If I'm Vernon White, I think I pour it on right now and try to get that knockout.
And Takahashi, I don't think he has his legs under him, which is not a good thing. His hands are down too. Just his face is totally exposed to Vernon White. And another right leg kick. And Takahashi mustering up some offense, but looks...
another groin shot on accident by White calls a halt to this action.
And nothing going right with Takahashi. He can't win on his feet. He's not winning this fight on the ground. And another low blow by White. Takahashi
a little bit of insult to injury.
Yes, and Josh, when this happens, how long does a fighter have to recover from that?
Usually they give them around 5 minutes to try and recover, but like I said before, even if they are able to recover and continue on to fight, sometimes the residuals from this really can take a lot of the energy out of a fighter, and I've seen several instances where the fighter is able to come back, but they're not the same fighter afterwards.
And it might have been accidental, but since it is the second time White's done that, he gets a yellow card.
Side kick to the head by White. Interesting technique, keeping his distance. Only 30 seconds left in this match. Takahashi, if he wants to win, better score the knockout.
And he is coming in, but not delivering any blows. White content on letting him come in, and White, another right leg kick, and Takahashi goes down. The ref calls it. This fight is over, Josh.
Apparently Takahashi was hungry for some right kicks to the face. Seeing as though Vernon White delivered a smorgasbord, I think his appetite should be satiated for tonight.
Well, he might not eat anything tomorrow, the day after, and maybe even into he might just have to go into hibernation. As we see White with the acrobatic victory, just his third KO win, and that is a rarity for White.
At the time, yes, I agree with you on that, Rob, but eventually Tiger White would go on to score the fastest knockout in King of the Cage history.
And how long? I'm sure you know how long that took, right?
4 seconds, I believe.
Wow.
Against Todd Medina,
who we will see in Pancrase. So if you want to see the guy who got knocked out in 4 seconds, keep watching. Now, our next fight is going to be Jason DeLucia and Minoru Suzuki, and we'll see that right after the break.